first video. Since this is my first, I'm sorry if I'm really quiet or awkward because I feel really silly doing it. And I don't really know what I'm doing. Video-wise, the quality's not that good. So I figured for this, I would share some of my hair products I use on a regular basis to try and keep up with my hair because I'm obviously not naturally blonde and there's a lot to it to keep it healthy. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll just start off going through my basic stuff. Um, this is something that anyone with blonde or platinum hair should invest in. It's Shimmer Light shampoo. It's it's a very dark purple shampoo. I don't know if you can see the color. It looks kind of blue, but it's actually really dark purple. It's supposed to neutralize all of the yellow tones in your hair and take them out so it can get to a lighter, more natural shade so it's not as brassy. It doesn't look like you dyed your hair so much. A thing to be careful with it is that since it is a dark color and it's best to leave it in for a couple minutes, if you use it every day, it will eventually start to take your hair to a purplish gray shade, and that's not good unless, of course, you're trying to dye your hair purple, but I would try to be careful of that. But it's not going to instantly dye your whole head. You'll be able to see that it starts to get your hair kind of dull looking and maybe have a few little spots of lavender, and then you just need to take a break and use a regular shampoo. Maybe after just a few days anyway, just try and use one to make sure that doesn't happen at all. But it works really great. I can't use it myself right now because my hair is so unevenly bleached that I have I don't know if you can see, but I've got white spots, and so it normally kind of turns them kind of lavender after one or two washes. So I try to stay away from it unless it's just for the bottom parts, as I used to have darker hair that I bleached, and so it's kind of orange and gross. Um, so yeah, that's something to look into. For conditioner, I use Treseme's anti-breakage, and it's supposed to make your hair 80% stronger immediately. And it actually is pretty great. I've used the Dove stuff that was seen in that previous video, and it works great too. I feel like these about on the same level. It's kind of like as soon as I put it into my hair, I won't even have to brush it for days. It'll just smooth through, and I can comb my fingers through, so it's not all yucky. And it makes it so easy to brush. It dries really, really soft, and you can just feel the difference instantly. So, claiming immediately isn't so bad, because it's true, at least in my case. So I got a big bottle of it. Let's see. Now, one of the things I decided to try after I bleached my hair in the most recent time, because I do, because I do bleach my hair myself. I sometimes do a really bad job, and then I bleach parts that didn't need to be bleached yet, or already were, and so it damages my hair really bad, and then I'll feel awful for the next few days, just like straw is breaking. So I went to the store looking for something to try and repair it, deep conditioning treatment. I really have no idea what I was looking for. So one of the things I ended up buying was something, I don't have the whole kit, but there's a little bottle from it. Hair Rescue Severe Breakage Kit. And it's supposed to make your hair instantly 76% stronger with 4% less breakage. And I was kind of skeptical because that's a lot to fix in one time, permanently. Um, so I tried it anyway. It was about $10. The directions are a little unclear. It says on there to use step one, which is kind of a really liquidy little bottle. They're all really small. And it's liquid kind of like water, so be really careful. Got a pointy tip, you cut that off. And you're going to want to put it through your hair, the whole bottle. That's the part where I was confused. I thought I had used a little bit. Use the whole bottle and put it all through your hair. And of course, it says on there, but make sure that your hair is damp first. Towel dried, you don't want it dripping or anything, but you still want it wet. So after you get all that in there, as evenly as possible, you're going to use step two, which is more like a creamier liquid. That is kind of smells like a sunscreen. So it's like a mask. And then you're going to put that one on immediately on top of step one. The whole bottle again. and leave it on for 2 minutes, I believe, and then rinse it out, all of it, and then you're going to towel dry your hair again, about where it was when you started, and put on a dime-sized amount of step 3. Let's see, yeah. Step 3, you're only going to use a small little amount in your hand, and then just go like that and smooth it over your hair, put it through however you need to, and then you're just going to leave it on, wait for your hair to dry. After it dries, or as it's drying, you'll feel like it's kind of like clumpy and stuck in there, and it's really gross. It's like hard spots. But as soon as your hair is fully dry and you brush it, your hair is going to be a lot smoother, and it's going to be really soft, easy to brush through. You're going to want to use that every day. Just the step 3 is the part you're going to use every day until the bottle is used up, or pretty much every time you wash your hair. And I personally didn't notice any difference at first. It still felt about the same as if I just used regular conditioner, but after a few times using the last step, I did notice my hair was breaking a lot less. And it used to be after a shower or after a day of having my hair up, I could go like this and I would just have hair all in my hands, and I don't have any right there right now. I can just do that after a shower, just do that, and there's hardly any hair there. And so it did actually make my hair a lot stronger, and it was falling out a lot less. And so I'm actually really satisfied with it. It's not something you notice that's like huge and drastic, but it makes a big difference if you just really pay attention to your hair. Now, one of the other things I really wanted to talk about was dry shampoo. And that is something that's very important to people who bleach their hair, because it's going to dry out very easily, and you don't want to wash it every day, maybe every other day if your hair can take it. Maybe skip a few washes, but at least every other day sounds good to do, because actually shampooing and washing your hair takes out natural oils and dries it out faster. And the problem is with bleached hair, blonde hair, platinum hair, your hair is going to show the oil a lot. The lighter your hair shade is too, because the oil itself is actually yellow. So if you want platinum, it's very crucial that you get rid of those oils. And so skipping a shower, some people have really oily hair like myself. That's why I'm doing this video, because my hair looks really gross right now. And of course they're my roots. But a dry shampoo is just something you spray on, and it dries out all of the oils in your hair, so that you can still go about your day and look as if you have fresh, clean hair. And it's not going to leave any like build up. It's not going to make it look like you sprayed hairspray in your hair. It's still going to be nice and soft, but you don't want to use it every day. You just kind of want to use it in those emergencies where you don't have time to take it, like go wash your hair real quick. You don't want to. Your hair is really greasy. You were working hard that day or something. Like, just quick touch up, but don't use it every day, because it will add build up to your hair, make it really gross. I, a few years ago, tried a brand, I think it was like Big Sexy Hair or something, and it was like a red bottle. It was a dry shampoo. I didn't even know about that. My hairdresser gave it to me, and it worked pretty good. I really liked it, but I didn't have one for years, and back then I didn't really care that much about my hair, so I didn't really appreciate it as much. But I have naturally really oily hair, so I bought this one. I picked it up at Sally's. I had never heard of it, like this brand, but I decided to give it a shot, and it works great. It's the best one I've tried. It smells nice. There were like two different ones. I've only tried this one. One's in a pink bottle. I think it's just a different scent. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how it works. Just again, for another reference. There's how yucky my hair is. It's kind of oily and clumpy. So I'm going to take my hair out and brush it. Just spray it in, kind of part it in certain areas and spray it. So pretty much get everywhere that's noticeable. If you're going to be wearing a ponytail a day, do this, and then also try and do your hair like this and spray those spots, so that the parts that are showing are the parts that you're really trying to, make look good. Then you're going to massage it through your hair to kind of evenly coat it. You don't want to do it too much, of course, because your hands are going to make it oily again. Just massage it through. And you're supposed to leave it for a couple minutes. I'm not always patient enough to wait. think it says to leave it for just a few moments actually, not minutes. So this is good. You can already kind of see the difference in there. And you just brush it. And the whole point of leaving it for a few moments before you brush it is to soak up those oils on your scalp, like closer to the roots, and then you brush it to kind of even it out, to move it along down your hair. Alright, so I don't know how much you can see the difference on this video. I'm gonna try and get closer. My roots kind of make it look not yucky naturally, but it's taken a lot of the oil out. It looks a lot smoother. You might be able to see it there. If I put it up towards like a ponytail again, you can see it's just not as oily. Of course, it's not something that's going to make a good substitute for always washing your hair, but it makes a big difference. Something I definitely recommend. See, my hair doesn't look like it's all oily and gross, like I haven't washed it in a few days. I mean, the lighting on this video doesn't help very much, but, yeah. So, this is the brand I'm using, and I'd recommend it. I can't remember how much I paid for it, maybe like $8. That could totally be wrong. And the prices vary from about 8 to 20, I'd say. They last a pretty long time if you don't use them every day, so I'd recommend that. Yeah, so that's about all I can think of for this video. I'm going to come back in about a week to do a video on Silver Lady Toner. I was recommended the White Lady. I'd heard a lot of things about it, but my hair has a lot more orange tones in it than yellow. So I'm going to go for the Silver Lady, which is a blue toner and is supposed to take it out. So I'm going to try it out and show you guys how it works so you can see if that's actually pretty good. If so, then it can maybe get my hair back to the color that I want it to be. So, alright, thank you for watching.